Is this closer to us? The table? Is it closer? I feel like I'm more squished in.
Okay, here we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to the live stream. What's up, Matthew? What's going on?
Hi, I thought there was going to be a video coming up.
Oh, I do I do like a little
yeah,
thing and then
I remember. Yeah. Hello, I'm here.
How's your weekend been so far?
I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep, so I might be a little loopy, but I'll be all right.
All right, that's all good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, let's see. So today we're going to be talking about Dino Veritas. So, if anybody wants to check out Sliders, the series, it's available on Peacock, or I think you can download it digitally now. They have it on Amazon and also Apple TV. You can get like the whole collection.
Wow, the future.
I know. I still prefer to have the DVDs because they have all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, those are always better.
Does this one have any behind the scenes stuff? I know
the Universal collection does, like the ones Universal puts out. Those have a lot more than like the other box set that has the whole series on it.
Oh,
but yeah, no, I like watching those ones too. All right, let's start the show.
What if you could revisit brand new worlds right here from your headphones, where anything is possible? Same shows, different perspectives. We've found the gateway.
And we're back.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sliding Through Dimensions. I accidentally played the old intro on there. I forgot to play the new one.
Oh. Are you gonna redo it, or are we just
no, it's fine. It's
rolling
fine
with it? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just keep rolling with it. Yeah. So this week's episode in Dino Veritas, the original air date for this episode was April 26, 1996. Did you ever watch that one when it aired? Or like around the time?
Yes, I remember watching this originally when it aired. Yeah. This is a fun episode.
Yeah, I always only remember like bits and pieces until I started watching, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
I put dibs on this a long time ago, to guest on this episode specifically.
Yeah, it's before the podcast was even a thing.
Before you guys even thought about doing it, like one day you're gonna do a Sliders podcast, and then
I'm doing it in Dino Veritas. He just said that to me one time at work, and I was all like, "What?
What the fuck?
Okay. He was having like That's So Raven episode.
Why are you speaking Latin?
And then we were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. He prophesied this was gonna happen." Yeah, so in this episode, the Sliders land on a world where San Francisco is a national park dedicated to preservation of dinosaurs, including a deadly Allosaurus. A bad fall causes Arturo to injure himself and lose the timer.
What does that title mean? Does that mean in Dinosaur Truth?
Yeah.
What does that? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Figure that out.
They just decided to go with that. I don't know who thought that was a good title, but I just thought it was funny because like the previous episode, Arturo says that line when they're in the bar in truth, and what was it, in Wine Truth?
Yeah.
And Dino Veritas? Yeah. So this one was funny. So this one is what opens up. They're like they're about to slide out of a world, and they have like these collars on, and I guess
it's like or Quinn and the professor. Yeah. Right? And they meet up.
Yeah, they're already there.
Yeah.
They're at the park, yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess it kind of seemed like everybody was kind of split up on this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Rembrandt's off he's with this lady.
He's always with some lady, huh?
If it's not him, then it's for the professor.
This is cool, lady, but I'm a slider. I gotta go.
I gotta go, girl. Thanks for the ride.
He does try to sweet talk her a little bit, but that doesn't work out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the collars on this world, where it's like if you tell a lie, it shocks you, and I guess if you continuously lie, it'll eventually kill you.
Oh my god, my phone was in my pocket this whole time.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god.
She's walking around with it in her hand. Where's my phone?
Jesus. Okay. There we go. That mystery is solved.
Yeah, I like that they kept the callers on for most of the episode. It was a nice call over from the last episode. 'Cause
Yeah.
usually the last episode just gets scrapped and like, hey, we're at a new place now. But it's a nice little thing that's keeps coming back.
Was that an actual episode? Like where they were on a world
I
where
don't
they had
think
those?
so.
Or is it just like a glimpse of one of the worlds that they were on?
It's like a
I
glimpse.
think so. They,
I
they
think-
do call back to another world that we did partially see too, though.
Yeah, what, the naked one?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I can't believe you saw my boner.
I wonder how long they were on that world.
oh, who knows?
I know.
I was like, why did you guys not wear clothes? Maybe they were just like on a nudist
it's
world.
a
Wonder if
lot.
it's that one where remember where they
Yeah, it's the one
land
with the
into
postman.
it, where the postman's naked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if
that's
it was
the
that
one
one.
that they were talking about. I wonder, do you think if that happens, do you guys go your own way, or do you guys just become comfortable being nude in front of each other?
Well, was it illegal to wear clothes in that world? Is that what the assumption is?
I don't think they had clothes. Like they didn't
But they
even
had
know
the
what that
clothes on their-
was.
They had clothes.
Actually, well, the guy had a satchel, huh, for the
Yeah,
mail.
yeah.
And
So
a hat.
And a hat, right?
did he
Got
have
a big old
a
sack.
hat? I guess he did have to have some sort of like UPS, like or USPS, like identifying thing on.
Aspect.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was a hat then.
Yeah.
So I got a package for you, madam.
Oh, I'm like, do you guys just decide like, okay, let's split up until we're about to slide, and then we'll like,
Yeah. But it was cool
Right.
that they kept, like, even though we didn't see the world with the lie detector things, it was cool that they kept like bringing that back in this episode, that they had to deal with it.
there was
'Cause
like
usually they
there
don't
was-
do that.
usually there's like no consequence to
Yeah.
to that world.
previous
yeah,
world?
from
Yeah.
the previous world.
Yeah.
And it kind of like hindered them in this world too a bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
But at least to some cool moments.
Yeah, that's true.
But then Rembrandt, yeah, shows up and he's with a woman I guess he'd been with on this planet, right? Or on this world.
Yeah.
His
He's
lady,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He says, my lady friend.
I even wrote, that was one of the first notes that I wrote. I said, Rembrandt's like, listen, baby, it's been cool, but I'm a slider. It just like takes off.
And I just like that he's trying. I do think it's like a bit nice that he's trying to leave her with something nice. Like, if I could have stayed in this world, I
Yeah.
would have because of you. But like,
Yeah,
obviously
right.
it doesn't. And I think she even like appreciates. She's like, I get what you're trying to do, but
Yeah.
you don't have to.
She's like, I appreciate the sentiment, but
Yeah.
get the hell out of my car.
Yeah,
Just
stop
go.
lying.
I really want to. I wrote on my notebook. I was like, quit while you're ahead, Rembrandt. Just go. Just go.
The king, baby.
So they all show up and they
And
just
then Wade
slide on
shows
out
up.
there.
No,
No,
Wade
wait,
shows up, and then right behind her, a news van comes up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
The guy that talked her into it, talked her story at a bar.
Is
No,
Apparently
it was
hard
at
copy.
an art
Art show.
show. It was like an art show, and
Yeah.
like I guess he kept trying to talk her up, and then she was. I don't know why she just didn't leave.
They're just not taught. Don't
Yeah.
say anything. Yeah.
Just be like,
Uh,
get away from me, creep, and walk away. Like, there's no lie in that.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
once again, Wade screws up everything.
freaking Wade.
yeah,
But yeah, it was from hard copy,
I know.
which I don't
remember that
think is
show.
around anymore,
No,
right?
that's a
No,
big one.
it was-
That was a
Yeah.
thing before, yeah.
Oh.
It was
was like a-
huge when that show was around. We used to watch hard copy all the time.
It was.
Like,
I'm
just
trying.
like a news. Like,
No, it was kind of like. Was it like a 2020 kind of a show?
It was like 2020, but it was a lot more like sensational. Like, we got this guy on camera and he punched a priest or whatever. Like, they caught some celebrity like
It had like a lot
taking
of
a
like.
shit in the park or whatever.
I feel
it's
like,
like
it had a
TMZ
lot
now?
of like
Very,
like
like,
freeze
slander.
framed
Yeah,
close-ups of things.
yeah. It's a
right?
lot of like blurry footage of people looking pissed off, like walking past the
Yeah.
camera.
So and then I was like, I wonder if that's actually the guy from hard copy, like when it was running. I didn't look it up. I just thought about that right now,
Oh, I don't know.
but But yeah,
Yeah,
he's
the
just like,
Inside Edition and hard copy. Those are the two big ones.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
we used to watch that.
I think Inside Edition, I think, was still going on a few years ago because I remember sometimes it would show up, unless maybe
I
it
would
was old
watch
episodes.
Inside Edition, so there were still episodes going on
Right?
YouTube. I would watch them occasionally.
Yeah, they would
Kinda
show up at like
entertaining.
during work. Like we had a TV for a while, and sometimes like it would be on, and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
I think now it's
Yeah.
just what 2020 in Dateline. It's
Now it's
like-
just-
No, now it's just like a bunch of TikTok clips where you find out like drama that's going on.
Yeah, TMZ is the closest thing, like Eric was saying.
That's true. Yeah.
yeah. So I guess he showed up. He wanted to see them slide out of there. So he's
Yeah.
there with the news crew, and they hit the timer, and they're like, "Oh well. I guess we
I
can't
know
do
what can
anything
they
about
do.
it."
Yeah. I'm like, it's not the first, and it won't be the last time somebody sees them either sliding in or sliding out. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much of a consequence when they're leaving.
it would.
anyways.
It actually would be really interesting if one of the episodes would be like where because of somebody seeing them slide in or
They
slide
try
out,
and copy it.
they find like they start sliding, and now there's like a non-Quinn variant out there sliding
also
also.
slide.
Yeah.
I wish it would have been a regular thing that someone jumps through at the last second that's not part of their group and then immediately gets killed.
Like the red shirt on
Yeah,
Star
like
Trek, like
Like the news guy jumps through too, and then like a dinosaur just comes and eats him in there.
eats them. They're like, not again.
That would have been a great like recurring bit.
Yeah. So they all jump in the portal, and they just kind of land out in the wilderness, and then Wade like falls into like these huge.
hand.
Wait
eggs.
again? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking
no.
way, dude.
Poor Wade doesn't have a good track record right
from
now.
the still shot that I grabbed for the thing, it looked like she had landed in like crap. Like she had crap all over her hand.
Aw.
Oh god, it
I
landed
was
in
like,
shit.
"Oh, no."
You know what though? Those eggs must have been like new eggs though, because there
Yeah.
was no like little body in them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
Right?
like just like the liquid.
So we don't know if they were fertilized egg. They could have been non-fertilized eggs.
Just puts her hand through a dinosaur fetus.
I know, like, I feel like
Pulls
that
out
would have
its
been
head.
even
Oh my
worse,
God.
Oh my
right?
god, that's gross.
Like you just crush like a little body. Oh, that'd be horrible. But yeah.
Yeah, so they land in this, and then they like start hearing noises, and they're like, "Well, I guess we should get out of here." So they start taking off, and the professor trips and falls as they're running, and I guess he broke it. They were settled that he broke his ankle.
Well, they kind of like
twisted.
when they
He
first,
twists-
yeah, when they first, so she breaks the egg and they kind of like walk out and you see it's all woods.
yeah,
And then they're kind of like, oh, they realize like all you really hear is nature. And that's when they kind of go like, oh, I think they're thinking they're in a world where there's no other humans at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like,
because they can't see any like San
And it's, like,
Francisco,
really
no
silent. There's
downtown,
no
nothing.
like noises coming from like the city.
Yeah.
Or anything.
yeah,
That's
like no
escape noises.
skyscrapers.
Mm-hmm.
I went frame by frame, and I think John Rice Davies actually tripped.
You think so?
It looks
And they-
like him, yeah. I went frame by frame, and he biffs it hard.
Oh, he did his own stunts on this
Yeah.
one.
Do you
All
think
my
they
own
would,
stunts.
do you think he actually like screwed up his ankle and they had to like write it in?
I don't know, maybe because it looks like a
No, I
pretty
don't think
decent
so.
fall.
Because then they would have had to shot some of this before because there was so much time where he was walking around
Yeah,
that I was getting upset because I was like, you injured your leg, stop walking on it. Like you need
Yeah.
to sit down, you need to elevate it. Like stop. Just he kept pacing back and forth in this cave. Like there was no reason for him to be walking.
Yeah.
I have a second theory about this. By the way, I've been thinking about it for the last 4 hours. John Rice Davies was sick of running around in all the episodes, and he's
He
like,
was like,
in
"I
this
just wanna
episode,
sit."
you're writing in that I break my ankle, and I'm laying for the entire fucking episode. Okay, under a
He's-
blanket, I might add.
I want blankets, I want jackets on me. I'm tired of either being wet
I want
or
to
it's
do all my
cold.
dialogue from a rock.
But yeah, then that's when they hear like kind of growls or kind of like,
Yeah, it's like something getting close.
and they start running, yeah.
Yeah,
And then you see like a little dinosaur
Oh,
in the back
background.
that I
Oh, yeah.
almost thought was
It did look
stop
bad.
motion. Like the way it was moving was very like And I was
It
like,
just
oh.
looks like someone's dragging a JPEG through the video.
So for a minute there, I was like, did they use stop motion for this? Like for the dinosaurs in this episode? But yeah, then
It's-
you realize like, oh, they're in Dino World.
Okay, so what year did this episode come out?
96.
And Jurassic Park was 94, right?
Is that when? Is that
Was
maybe?
that's that they were trying to
Were they trying to
capitalize
hop
on
in
the,
on the trend?
Oh, 93.
93.
Because I was
Ooh,
trying
they're
to like
kinda
time it when it would have been like Jurassic Park still would have been pretty big.
Yeah.
You can start
You know what?
seeing when the writers are like, oh, we should do something like that.
yeah. They do have like a little moment at the end that is almost Jurassic Park-ish too.
Oh, that's true.
It was the hat for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like they might have been like
yeah, you
this
definitely see like
when did
influences because
Jurassic
there's
Park-
like plenty
or
of
when
like
did
little
Jurassic Park 2 come
nods to it in here.
Yeah.
out? When did 2 come out?
Oh, The Lost World too? I don't know. I'd have to check on IMDb.
98 or 99, probably.
Probably
Like
something
later
like that. Yeah.
90s?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like yeah, the professor,
But that's when he
Takes a
trips and he
fall.
falls. Yeah.
and then they pick him back. They pick him up and they start like helping him, and then they kind of zoom in
They
and you see
zoom
he
in.
dropped the timer.
I know the
and
timer in
everything,
the
and I was
grass.
like, oh shit, now they're in trouble.
I'm sure Wade had something to do with that.
She
I haven't figured it out yet, but
Before he put the timer in his pocket. He was just about to secure his flap
Yeah.
when Wade said, "You know what? Quick question.
yeah. God
What if
damn
he
you,
just
Wade.
left? What if he just left that button open?"
She's like, just see, it's cool. It's fine. So I says Lost World was actually 97. So yeah, you
Oh,
were close.
97. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and so then they're hiding from the dinosaur.
They go up the hill, they make it to a cave. Yeah, he wouldn't be going up a hill with an ankle
No,
like
I
that.
know.
Right, yeah.
Fuck that.
Maybe you know what though I will say because I hurt my ankle really bad once, and it does take a while for you to like really
Before the swelling and
feel
everything
it.
sets
Not
into.
before not before the swelling, but just before you're just like, oh, this really, really hurts more than
Yeah.
I thought it hurts.
It's just like the
It's the
adrenaline.
adrenaline from the fall.
Yeah, like I think he maybe he could have made it to the cave. I don't know, but they did have to go up kind of steep.
Pretty quickly, he goes like, "It's twice the size."
I know
Like,
he's
freaking
already
out.
like
It hurts so bad.
I know. He's already like worst case scenario.
Did they even take off his shoe? Did he keep his shoe on the
No,
whole
I don't
time?
even think he looked at his leg.
They were going to. They said,
So
"We'll get you to the
true.
cave and take off your shoe," and then they like just dropped him on a rock, and then you know,
He did have his shoe off at a certain point. I remember they kind of show his feet when he's walking around,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Oh, one foot only has a sock on right now."
Oh, okay.
But
I wish I was back on the naked planet.
so just take me
With
back,
two working
please.
feet.
But and nobody is amazed that they're. I mean, I guess everybody maybe is scared for their life.
Oh, about there being a dinosaur?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean they're pretty frightened.
like nobody goes, "Holy moly, that's a dinosaur!"
They slide through worlds.
But
I
they've
mean,
never seen a dinosaur
yeah, but the odds
before.
are so high.
I'm surprised
I'm
Quinn
sure,
wasn't
to
excited.
see.
Oh my god, it's a dinosaur,
Exactly.
guys!
Yeah.
There was
That's
no.
other him.
I think that's no, because he
No,
also
he
had
self-said
Yeah,
dinosaur
he
Dinosaur
likes
stuff.
it,
in him.
but he's not as crazy as the other one was.
That's true, but I think it would have been really nice to have had a little. Well, I mean, you barely see Quinn in this episode,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess,
it's
really.
not-
But there would have been nice if there were when they were hiding for the dinosaur, like from the dinosaur, if he was just like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
like just a little
No.
excitement from him.
They needed the Dr. Grant scene in the Jeep where he's like,
Yeah,
he looks outside. That's what they needed was the amazement moment, but they didn't get that.
yeah. I'm like, because he is like, I mean, even I would be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
It's
it was just like,
aggressive.
"Oh god, a dinosaur! Let's go to that cave."
Yeah, no one even said the word dinosaur for a while. Like,
I liked that tracking shot they did while they were running. I
Oh,
thought
I
that
have to go back and check. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, you can see like
I
when
don't even
they're
know what a
running up,
tracking
they're
shot
trying to run
is.
up the
What does
hill,
that
and then they
mean?
got the camera on the track, and it's
Basically, it goes
Oh.
along with them as
Yeah.
they're running. It's,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They have it on a track.
I thought somebody was just carrying it the whole, like the
We're-
Dodger cameramen. They just run with them.
Eric and I know all the cinematography terms. No big deal.
Yeah, so they make it up to this hill and they get into this cave, and then
I think that's when they figure out that the timer
I think they're about to get up to the hill. They like stop at one point,
They realize
you're right.
and
yeah.
then
They're on
they
a
ask,
tree.
like, they're all like, "Oh, I wonder how
Yeah,
much
you're
time we have
right.
left."
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the professor's like, "Well," is like, "Who's got the timer?" And Wade's all like, "You're joking, right?"
I
Yeah.
like how
Who
he
would make
doesn't
that
go. He doesn't go. Oh my god, I don't have the timer. He immediately is like,
You put the blame on someone else.
yeah, he's
Who's got it?
pass of the blame on somebody else who has it.
It's probably Wade.
God
He
damn
should
you,
have
Wade.
just been like, Wade, how much time do we have? He should have doubled down and been like, no, I had like started gaslighting, like, Rembrandt, I gave it to you
Just immediately-
before we started running.
Before he even says anything, just immediately points at her and said, Wade lost the timer.
I know.
The woman.
He's
did
I'm
it.
getting ahead of the story. You got to get your version out there first.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I liked all the dino POV we were getting in the episode.
Oh,
though.
'cause they
Yeah,
don't really count
Dino
for
Vision.
Show them for that long. So
Yeah.
like, we have to show the actor's reaction.
And it was like
so-
kind of blurry too. They tried to make his vision look blurry.
He almost
Yeah.
seemed like a cyborg,
Yeah.
if anything, really. Like,
It was Predator.
yeah. It was really, but I was like, well, I mean, that's nice.
There's a little hole in the cave too, where the dinosaur keeps
his
peeking
head
in.
pops out.
Oh,
yeah.
Where he has like a small.
I'm still here.
Like, is his head just really small? I guess it's her. They called her a she, right? Because she had
Yeah.
AIDS.
Oh yeah.
So is her
Yeah.
head just really? Because it also like perfectly fit into that hole.
Yeah.
So is the
Yeah.
hole just really big, or is the dinosaur's head just really tiny? That like you
Well,
always kind of
when they
like.
show her like her full size, she's kind of like a smaller,
Well, she's an Allosaurus.
smaller.
This is the
dinosaur.
other thing too. What am I supposed to know what an Allosaurus is now?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
was
the
there one in
Professor
Jurassic
Demon,
Park?
Oh,
I know,
that's right. Yeah.
Like, was an Allosaurus in Jurassic Park?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
No, the main one was like the T-Rex, and then also
And the
that one
raptors.
that spits that stuff, the
yeah.
Dilophosaurus and the raptors.
Oh, and the little tiny, the little
baby
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
The baby raptors.
Yeah.
No, not the baby
tiny ones
raptors.
that
The
eat
little
that
tiny.
kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's in the second movie though.
The second one? No,
Yeah.
there's not a time. Wait, what am I thinking about? When they're hiding behind. No, yeah, you're
I
right.
like how this is them hiding
I
like that.
That's how you hide. Always. No, you're right. It is the other one. There is no little ones. in the
No,
first
no,
one,
they
huh?
don't. Yeah, they don't show it to the second movie.
A 10-year-old me would have known all the names, but by now I've just like destroyed my brain with drugs. I don't know any dinosaur names anymore.
There's too much dinosaur lore for you to keep right in your head now. Now
Yeah.
with the Jurassic Worlds and all of those.
That's
like-
to your lord.
But yeah, I was all like, what's an Allosaurus? Like, am I supposed to know what kind that dinosaur is?
Well, now
All
you
I know
do.
is that Allosaurus is a carnivore. That's about it.
Yeah, that's the sick one.
Yeah.
Okay. At least I'm not the only one who didn't know. Like, I was all.
Yeah.
Your
So while they're
goddamn
stopped,
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I know.
it's after me.
But yeah, then they find the cave and they're like, oh, well, no.
Well,
Quinn
Quinn
splits.
says he's gonna
So
go
he's gonna
look for the
find the
timer, so he tells them to go
Yeah,
up
you're
ahead,
right.
go on and get to the cave, and he'll meet back up with them. So they split up.
Do you think he partly decided he wanted to go look for it because he was like, I just want to see that dinosaur a little bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that, and also they probably because they didn't know how long they had, so it could have been like any moment.
True.
Any
He's
amount of
"I'm the
time before they had to
fastest. I'm the
get out of
youngest and
there."
the fastest.
But it took so
Oh.
long, even if it was like a short amount of time, he wouldn't have made it back in time.
I know. Do you think he partly believed he could take the
Take on the
dinosaur?
dinosaur.
Yeah,
Oh,
if he
yeah,
had
he's gonna- he's gonna
to.
wrestle
Like, do you feel dudes kind of feel like
You could take
I
on
could fight a dinosaur if I had to?
I would have loved if the dinosaur became a regular part of the show. Like he rode it through the slide.
I thought he was
know,
going
last-
to.
yeah.
I
Comes
thought
out
he
the
was
other
going to.
Last episode, Xander was like, if we don't see somebody riding a dinosaur, it's a missed opportunity.
Seriously, it really is.
You know what? I don't think the technology was there yet for it.
Yeah.
Could barely get him on the screen.
I know. Poor thing could barely walk.
It was like a couple steps away from just being a piece of paper on a pop.
I know.
So the professor wanted to lay down this entire episode, and Quinn wanted a vacation day or two. So he's just
True.
like, he's gone for most of the episode.
Yeah, that's true. He
He
is
had
gone pretty
jury
much
duty
almost the
that
whole
week,
episode.
so they
Yeah.
had to like. I know. I thought to myself, "Well, this is such an easy episode for Jerry O'Connell."
Oh,
Yeah.
Pops in.
Yeah.
Pops out.
It's cool though because it gives the other cast like some time to shine.
Yeah, that's true.
And there are
True.
some cool moments in this episode.
Mhm.
There's some nice lines kind of said between them.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, and then
So
Oh, yeah,
Wade
so-
Wade goes down to
Explore.
like
the
get
cave.
no to
to
get
get
some
the
water.
Oh,
to,
yeah.
like, to like help with his ankle, and then as she's doing that, I think what do they see the dinosaur?
Yeah, the
you
dinosaur's
see it
just
for a
there.
second. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just for a
And
quick
then
second.
she's all like, "Okay, we gotta go."
we gotta go, and they just run for the cave.
And that's where they just like find the cave. I think when they're running.
Yeah,
Quinn points it out earlier. He says there's a cave up there.
Oh, does he? Damn,
Yeah,
that dude's
there's
good,
just a little
man.
throwaway line. Oh, I do my homework. Don't worry.
He's all. Oh, there's a cave up there. All right, guys, I gotta go. How weird! Look at that cave. All right, I'm gonna go find our timer. I'll be right back, guys.
Plane tickets in his pocket, and he's like wearing a vacation hat.
I know. Okay, bye, guys.
You guys should go up there.
But yeah, they get into the cave, and that's when Wade decides, like, all right, I'm gonna look around.
yeah, and then you come to find kind of like they start finding like all these like dinosaur
bones?
or
At first, I
something.
thought they were tusks,
That's what it looked like.
and then there was like this like bench made. I don't know what it was supposed to be.
It was like hides or something.
there was some wood that was like roped together, and they thought, to
Yeah,
themselves,
I couldn't
there
figure
must
out what that was either.
Yeah, and the bone, if they were bones, I thought to myself, like, those bones are so clean. Like, they're too clean.
yeah.
It's just prop department bones. It's like
Yeah,
graphic, whatever
just
they.
so like blindingly white. Like, they didn't even try to dirty them first.
So it pretty much looks like the cave was just like a chop shop for the poachers.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They keep all their stuff.
Yeah,
there,
they kept all their
were
stuff
eggs
there.
in there. Right.
And then
Oh yeah, that could have been the other thing on the floor. You're right. Eggs.
Yeah, there were eggs like in the crates. Like there was
Aw,
like little
man.
boxes.
They're
Yeah.
little babies.
yeah, there were
Not
they do
even
show
born.
some eggs in that, and then
Mhm.
Wade kind of realizes, okay, we're not alone.
Yeah.
There's other people here.
yeah.
And then is this when the hologram pops up?
Pretty
Or-
soon. Yeah, pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rembrandt goes to
Look for the timer.
Oh yeah, he goes to go look for the timer. Well, no, they all start talking about, like, what about the people? Like, what do the people look like on this earth?
Oh yeah. If these
Yeah.
are what the dinosaurs look like now, like what happened to the people? And
Yeah.
then she shows up, normal looking broad.
Yeah.
Oh, the dino. There we go. The dino pops its little head, and they start to throw rocks, and that's when the
Yeah,
hologram comes.
no,
You're
you're
right.
right.
There
Oh,
we go.
yeah.
Okay. She's all
Stop
leave her
throwing
alone.
rocks.
She's like, you
Leave
killed her
him
baby.
alone.
Which, I mean, she was right.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah, but I mean, she doesn't know that it wasn't like
And it
on
was-
purpose.
Yeah, it was on accident.
And,
hey, it is what it is, though.
did she ever like identify herself or say her name? I don't know. If
Yeah.
she-
Well, no, I don't.
I know
no,
she works
she's
for
a
the
name-
National
yeah, but she tells
Dino
you what she
Preserve
works for.
Ranger. She's like that's what she is. But
Jeez, that's a
I don't think she
mouthful.
ever says her name. At least not that I can remember.
I don't think so. I don't think.
The National Park Dinosaur Person Ranger.
I know.
Lady, woman. Let me see if they have her.
But then,
credited on here.
but yeah, so she puts them under arrest for being poachers, and I was like, oh my god, they're under arrest again. Like, the rap
it's
sheet
Wade's
is
fault
crazy.
that they're getting arrested.
And then, oh yeah, she said that she found human remains, so everybody
Yeah.
thinks that's Quinn. So then Wade immediately wants to just like run and go
And go see if
find
it's
him.
actually
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And that's what Rembrandt's like, you can't just like run out there. And what I thought was interesting was every time they were like, oh, Quinn has to be alive. He has to be alive. No one ever really got zapped. So, I mean,
Oh,
that
it's
would
'cause they all
mean,
believe.
I think that was
yeah,
just like
that
their
would mean they
opinion.
all truly
or, yeah.
believe that he
Rembrandt gets zapped and he says, I know he's still alive. And he does a little zap.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. He did, yeah.
But
but
there's
there
a
were a
cool
few
moment
times-
later. Yeah. With the professor. I was going to point that out later on. That's a cool little moment.
We're like,
I
he
feel it in my bones. And
Yeah.
and Wade stares at him like, oh, he's actually telling that like he believes this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked up that ranger, and then she's just credited as the ranger. She doesn't have a
There you go,
Hollow Ranger.
name.
But yeah, and then they find out that she's actually a little hologram.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Anyone else figure out how those holograms work?
I know, right? Because there would have to be
There's
some
nothing
sort of
camera
like
in there,
project something to
or-
project it around there. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
we're in
one of
this-
those don't worry about it things.
It's kind of like a. I
Yeah.
feel like it's like a drone thing. Like it's probably underneath the grass somewhere though. It's like instead of being up in the air, it's like a little robot that's just like down on the floor.
Yeah.
If you guys ever go to a convention and meet any of the main actors, you should ask them that detail. How does the hologram work?
They'd probably
They're
be
like,
like, not again.
Fuck out of my
that's,
face.
That's a question for the
They
writers.
wouldn't I doubt they would even remember that episode. They'd be like, "What hologram?"
He's like, what episode was
What
this?
I know
science?
dinosaurs. No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Lasers.
But yeah, then she says that she'd been tracking them for weeks, and of course they're like, "Weeks? We just got here."
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she thinks that they're the poachers.
Yeah,
Um.
and then Wade starts trying to tell lies to convince her, like, "We weren't even here."
Or that they're not even.
I was
yeah.
born
Can't
on this
lie.
earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
and
yeah,
so this whole time, because they did that zap noise, I
Uh-huh.
thought that zap noise was audible to everyone, which would have made that scene make sense. Because
yeah.
it's like you hear but then the girl's like, all I see you is wincing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah,
like, I
it
don't
makes
know why
sense. If she's a
thought-
hologram, she wouldn't be able to hear audibly what's happening in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she hears them talking.
Yeah. That's
Oh
Wait
yeah,
a
that's
second.
true. There would have to
So
be
then
like
are there
mics.
just like cameras and like microphones everywhere?
I think we found a plot hole.
Well, this don't make sense. They're like, you want to make sense of that? There's a dinosaur.
There was a whole ass dinosaur there. So like that's true. So then we evolved like we normally did, but just around dinosaurs.
Well, they're endangered species, we learned. That's why they're in that reserve, is because of that. They're in
I wonder how many human deaths there are to
oh, the
dinosaurs in that
dinosaurs.
world.
They're
then.
all in San Francisco, though.
Yeah, they're all like
Are they?
Yeah, that's the
quarantined off.
place. Like, San Francisco is only for dinosaurs.
So they are the Jurassic Park then.
Yeah. San
Wade
Francisco.
speculates that the meteor that killed the dinosaurs never hit that planet, that version of Earth. So they just kept going.
Yeah.
Until they just slowly started dying out, and then
Yeah.
humans came into existence, I guess.
And probably killed some more.
Yeah, normally we're so good with nature.
Right? I'm just surprised. But there's that part too. Oh, then she calls, which I thought was kind of me. She calls the dinosaurs monsters.
Mhm.
Wade
Wade?
does,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, I feel so like they're not monsters. They're
Yeah.
just like animals.
Yeah.
I think she's just upset at that point because she thinks that Quinn is dead.
Yeah.
Or it might
Like she
be,
wants to
you
go
know?
look for him.
Yeah. So then Rembrandt decides that he's gonna go out and try to find Quinn. And then the hologram, the ranger, tells him, like, not to try anything funny, that she can track them anywhere. And they all start laughing at her.
Oh, the
yeah.
professors.
Oh, I missed that part. I must have went to the restroom or
Yeah.
something.
She was like, I'm so good at my job. I can track you anywhere. And the professor immediately
He starts
laughs.
laughing at her face.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
I doubt you can do that.
And I was just like, the professor loves to feel like he's so much smarter than
I know
everyone.
every planet he goes to, he's like, I'm the best.
Yeah, no matter what.
He's all, you silly woman. You
I
cannot
know.
follow us.
So
Yes.
funny.
But then they all start laughing at her. Because even
Do they?
Rembrandt
Oh,
starts
it's
laughing
true.
too.
Oh, I guess they
Because
will.
they're
I
all
guess
like,
they
you can't,
will. Yeah,
you
that's
can't
true.
follow us
Yeah.
wherever we go.
Also,
Yeah.
what kind of a threat is that? Like in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, track me then.
I know, all right.
Like as it is, I'm already arrested. I might as well do whatever I want. But yeah, then Rembrandt goes to find Quinn.
And then it's just Wade and the professor, and that's when they start having like that in-depth conversation where the professor starts telling the story, like how he first came across Quinn at a
Yeah.
lecture. I thought it was a cool story.
Yeah, it was a cute story. I thought.
Gangly, tall, awkward kid that asked him a question that pissed him off, and then he realized that he might have been right, and it made him more pissed off.
Yeah.
Which is very professor, I think. It does Quinn look like a gangly kind of guy, though.
I'm assuming
No.
that's like the flashback to what he must have looked like, as sort of this awkward freshman or something. But he's like super handsome. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it seemed like there's that you have like a little background where he was like in sports. He was
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he did. I don't know.
He did baseball.
football.
Did he
I think
baseball?
he did everything. That's the whole thing. He's just like a
He was like a
jack of all
surfer.
trades, but master of
I
none.
know.
I would have loved if they did a flashback with him like as a big Poindexter with like taped up glasses and stuff. That would have been great. With pimples and
Yeah, it's like gang.
Trying to make Jerry O'Connell look like nerdy.
wearing a
know.
fedora.
You know what they would do? Probably they would slick his hair full back, like make it look super, super like jello.
Oh
like-
yeah,
yeah.
Pocket
That's always
protector.
like yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
I wonder what it was. He asked the professor. But yeah, it does when he says that line or when he says his little story, the way the way he talks about him is really sweet.
yeah, it's very believable. And then that cool part where he says, "I feel it in my bones," and he doesn't get shocked, and Wade sort of just stares at him and smiles.
Yeah.
She knows like how much he cares about him.
Yeah.
Now, do you think because Wade kind of starts off being like, "Oh, I had a crush on him, but now I love him."
Uh-huh.
Do you think Wade is now past the point of wanting a relationship with him?
That's what I took from it.
Right? Like where she
Yeah.
was kind of saying like that she's just making it clear that like I don't like him like that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
She's like, "There's a prince on another planet. I got to get back to."
I know. She's like, that's the word I'm hoping for. But I don't know. What do you think, Sander? What'd
What?
you take from it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really care for what.
No,
for what-
I don't care about
anything
In all
romantic.
honesty,
You're all
give a
giving
shit.
more dinosaur.
I want to see the dinosaur.
He's all like, he's like just waiting for the moment for Quinn to come in riding that Allosaurus.
He's all,
He's like, come
"Yeehaw,
on,
everybody! I
guys,
got me
found the
dino."
timer. Hold on. What was that?
It goes back to Rembrandt, right? It's him outside trying to look for
Oh yeah.
for Quinn.
And then like shots get fired.
Because the dinosaurs.
Oh well, the
Oh,
dinosaur.
this is the other thing too. So yeah, so he's like looking for Quinn, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the dinosaur's just like
in
next to
front.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's in
like
front of him.
it's just there.
I was waiting for him to be like, "Clever girl."
Dino DNA. They just keep dropping lines from Jurassic Park.
Yeah. So then the dinosaur's like right next to him, and then you just hear like some gunshots, and it distracts the dinosaur like long enough for like Rembrandt to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets back to the cave, and then that poacher guy's there, like in there with them.
That guy's a great character actor. I always see him in stuff. I don't know his name, but you always see him in different things.
I'd say he's
The
great. Actually, I really liked
poacher,
his character.
Jack
He's good.
Did
Jack
you?
Keller.
Yeah, I actually really liked his
Jack
character.
Keller.
I think he's like very interesting to kind of hear like his commentary about like him against like the
Oh, wow.
Rangers like views. I thought it was
Mm.
interesting actually.
No, I
He
guess
is in a
that's
lot of
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
He was in Men in Black 2, Lost Highway, Fever Pitch.
I mean, you can kind of see like his view is very close to like what some scientists feel about animal testing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of like it's a necessary evil for humans
Oh,
to like have a
yeah.
better.
no, yeah, because the hologram shows up and she starts like saying, "Oh,
Oh, well, the hologram was. Oh, so this is the other thing I thought was interesting. So there's that part where the professor's like, I feel it in my bones. And then it pans to the hologram and she gives kind of like this weird, like, huh? And I almost thought, like, why was she? It just seemed like she thought the word bones was really weird.
I don't know." She was just kind of listening in on their conversation.
Maybe she was like, oh, maybe these aren't the people I think they are.
Yeah.
Oh, the poacher guy died in 2022.
Oh, did he?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not far from.
Oh, damn. That wasn't
That's
too
like
long
so-
ago.
Yeah.
He looked like he was pretty busy. Like,
Oh yeah, he's been in tons of stuff.
that's weird though, because he has a credit for 2024 for this other show called The Platinum Loop.
Oh,
Well, a
maybe
lot of
Maybe he
stuff
filmed
gets
it
filmed
before.
early.
Yeah.
And not
maybe
released
it just
until
came
later.
out.
Yeah. Just have his body on this on the TV show.
Quick, prop him up. Get him in here.
They used his bones as props.
We found the perfect body.
But yeah, so then
They like argue with each other, the ranger and him.
Oh,
about their
that's
Yeah,
beefs.
they're having
They're
an
like going
argument.
back and forth because his partner was killed, and she's mad that they
Oh, they killed 6 velociraptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has like this jammer thing that he takes out and presses it, and then her hologram like gets disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Also, when they walk in, sorry, I'm like trying to reread my notes here. When they walk in, when he was like, "Oh my god, when Rembrandt's like, I almost died out there, like these gunshots." You look at the hologram, and she's like laser focused on the professor.
Yeah.
Like she's staring him down, even though there's a dude with a gun, like a couple.
Oh.
You
Like
never know when he
she-
might pounce up because he's pretending that he's hurt.
She's just like, I don't trust. I'm like, there's literally a dude that's in like poacher, like the most
He's got, like,
poacher
this-
looking outfit that you could see.
He's got this
Yeah.
big ass gun. It doesn't even look like an actual like.
It
It looks like an M79, like
Yeah.
grenade launcher. I'm like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker
Yeah.
is
But he
blowing
never
up
does
dinosaurs.
which makes
Racing on it,
sense. I'm like, if you're going against dinosaurs, you want
Dinosaurs.
something.
But like, if you're trying to poach them, you're kind of ruining your product if you're gonna blow it up.
Well, I guess they go after. Well, I don't know. What do they go after?
He's-
He mentions
He's like grinding down like eggshells and bones for boner pills and stuff like
yeah,
that.
that is one
Yeah.
of the things. That's
Yeah.
like, that's how he gets his profit.
Yeah. Cancer research.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on boner pills. That's where I get my money.
Mainly boner pills.
But yeah, and then so the professor, Wade, and Rembrandt are trying to figure out, like, do we go with the poacher? Do we go with the guard? Do we just go try to find Quinn? Like, what route should we take?
Yeah, because according to the poacher, that there's
They're just
the
gonna
chances
leave
of
there
them,
to
of
die.
them making it, because anything they try to do, they feel like it might interfere with like the dinosaurs' mating rituals or something like that. And that's supposedly that the ranger chick was saying, no, well, that's not the case. So we can get a chopper in there and get you guys out of there. So they're trying to figure out like what they should do. Yeah.
They end up deciding to stay. Is the just to stay
Well,
and look for
No,
Quinn.
they
Well, to look
decided
for-
to look for
look for Quinn and go for the
Yeah.
kill.
Well, the funny thing, the poacher's like, "What are you guys talking about over here?" And I was like,
It was like,
"Did you
can't
not
you
know
hear
that
them?
they were together?" Yeah, that too.
It's
Did they
talking
not
loud
know
as
that they
fuck.
were together the whole time? Like, where do
That's
you
such a TV show movie thing where like people are obviously talking to each other out loud, and the person 10 feet away is like, "What are they saying?"
I know. If only I could hear from that distance. But yeah, then they tell Wade's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this. I'll go talk
Yeah.
to." I don't know why she volunteered herself, but yeah, maybe she felt like she hadn't really done anything. But she goes to talk to him, and he's like, "No, you don't get it. You're going to help me."
I think she
Mhm.
tried using her like feminine charm
Charms.
because she
Yeah,
like moves her
feminine
hair.
wiles.
She's like a
She's
hair
all
thing. Yeah, she does
sorry.
exactly.
She's all,
that.
"Hey."
Let's talk to him.
She's like, "So, Mr. Poacher Man, we were just
gonna
thinking.
stay.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help."
We're just gonna stay here and look for our friend. And he's like, no.
No, yeah.
He's like, "No, you're gonna help me. My
Mhm.
dude died."
He just uses like the excuse of helping Rembrandt. Like you
yeah.
owe him because he
Mhm.
saved his life. It's just like,
Then he's like, "I appreciate it," and he gets shot. So I'm just like, I think, or maybe the professor says, like, "We appreciate all your help," and then they get shocked, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what an interesting little lie there.
Yeah. It keeps coming back. It's a cool little detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the poacher's like suspicious of their.
their
Oh no,
collars.
I forgot to mention this, but when Wade was explaining the collars to the ranger
Oh.
chick, she's all like, "You know what these are?" She's like, "Yeah, you can get them at Frederick's of Hollywood."
I'm assuming where they got them. I thought that was the whole point. That's where they
No,
bought those
Frederick's
saw
of
some
collars.
weird
Hollywood
sex stuff.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
It's
it was
like,
like it was like a
good
lingerie
lingerie
store.
store.
It was a lingerie store.
You guys are all
Did-
doing sex in this cave.
I know.
She's like, "I know what you
But
guys are
is
into."
Frederick's of
Yeah.
Hollywood still around? I don't think so.
I'm not
It's
sure.
gone.
I
There
don't
used-
even know if they
there
were
used to
really
be one
into
at the San Anita
BDSM
Mall.
in that. There used to be one
Yeah.
in the mall. Yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. You know what they said, Fredericks of Hollywood, and I immediately thought the Hustler store for some reason.
No,
Now that
I
you
thought
bring
this.
that
I
up.
thought the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're like very
Comparable.
similar.
Maybe that's what they wanted to say, but they couldn't say it because it was TV. And they're like, what's adjacent to that?
Well,
That's not
Fredericks
as
of
obvious.
Hollywood is just the hustler store without dildos. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah.
pretty
And
much.
porno. I mean, that's all it is.
That's true. But yeah, it was just like a lingerie store. So it was a weird little a weird little dig from her.
I know. I was like, well, I guess I got Frederick of Hollywood on this
I
land.
know.
Yeah, so the poacher gets suspicious and he asks what they are. And then
They said though they're souvenirs from
from
other
the
place.
last world.
Yeah.
I wonder what he thought they were.
I don't know. He just was suspicious about them, but I don't think he thought too much
Not
into
too
them.
much of it.
He's like, all right, whatever.
And then
I'll
they're
take that
going to
explanation.
sleep, and he's like threatening them, like,
He saw like
She's a hair sugar.
yeah,
so don't get any
Light
funny
sleeper.
ideas.
Yeah.
And I'm a very light sleeper.
Which was not true.
Which was the line.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
apparently
a lie.
he's not a light sleeper. Wade just steals shit off of him, easy peasy.
I thought she was gonna go for the gun.
Done. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
She's gonna swap it out for a big log.
I
He just takes out his gun and blows his brains out.
know. She's a problem
Holy shit,
solved.
She's
It's like, whatever, we're sliding out of here. I don't care if I kill
I know.
somebody.
Wait.
Ay, ay, ay. But what am I right? Oh, this is when she
she's
goes
all,
out to look for Q. Okay, there we go.
she's all, you guys saw that, right? He came right at me.
There's like 12 bullets in the guy's body.
I know.
She just unloads the
He's
clip.
coming right for me.
I was scared.
He was just asleep the whole time.
He's laying like just with a bunch of holes in his head.
So
They're so
I guess
peaceful.
well, he is now. So I guess she grabbed the jammer from his
Oh,
pack or
green
whatever.
hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tried to get the hologram back.
Yeah, so she like pushes the button and then they're like, well, where's she at? They're like, oh, maybe she went some. She's like,
Somewhere else.
she was
Just
away.
went
whatever.
home, went to bed.
She's like, ah, well,
She's off
I
now.
tried.
She's off hours.
Yeah, I gotta clock out.
Yeah.
She's on my shift ends at 5.
Yeah.
I go home. We are really into work-life balance on this world. And so she goes out to look for Quinn at that point, right?
Have we mentioned that not only is this a dragon, or sorry, not dragon, a dinosaur,
What?
What?
There's a
I
dragon?
said- I missed that part. That was fucking awesome.
A dinosaur, a dinosaur, but also the spotted owl.
Oh,
And there
Oh,
is
yeah, the
a section
reserve.
at night where an owl is hooting.
I'm surprised
right.
that none of the dinosaurs are trying to eat the
The
spotted owl.
No.
Like none of the flying ones. Well, I guess they
Yeah.
couldn't have flying ones. 'cause
Like
how do you keep
pterodactyls?
them in there?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they'd have to keep them in the park.
Mhm.
Wait, but Jurassic Park had flying ones. How did they keep them in the park?
I don't know. Do you?
I
I was like,
don't
do you see
know.
pterodactyls within the first three?
You do. don't you?
I think you see them
Or
in
is
the
it just
third
a
one.
world?
In the third one, there's pterodactyls, and I guess they have like this metal.
The same thing like in World, because World
part-
they were
part
like
that
in a
kinda
ground.
keeps them in, I
cage type
think.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't. I feel like
It's fun to bring that up. 'cause-
We got to do a
I
rewatch.
forgot. You're right. It did say spotted
Spotted
owl,
owl. Oh, yeah.
dinosaur, and spotted.
Because I
owl.
think it's that
Why
same
did
night
they say spotted owl? I wonder if there's a spotted owl sanctuary in
in San
In
Francisco.
San Francisco?
somewhere.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But you're right. They do say that.
Yeah, so Wade decides that she's gonna go out. She's like, "You guys had your turn. Now it's
After
now it's my
saying
turn."
after saying the whole episode that she's gonna go out and look for him, she
Yeah.
finally
Yeah,
does.
Yeah, so she goes out. She's out there for a while, and then
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? Sorry. When Rembrandt was looking for him, and then the shots happen, and he runs back. He wasn't even that far from the cave.
Oh, yeah,
Like I think
not
he took
yet.
a couple steps and ran
Yeah.
into Wade.
oh, the poacher.
No,
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt.
Oh, Rembrandt.
When
Oh,
the poacher
okay.
first appears.
Oh, when he first appears.
Like I was
Okay.
like, he didn't even go that far.
Rembrandt's only like 12 feet away the
I
entire
know.
time.
Just trying
Just
to
too
like.
scared to leave.
He's all maybe I'll just
He's
spot.
like,
him
I didn't
through
see
the
nothing out
bushes."
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she goes out there and she's not too far from the cave either.
Well, yeah, because the poacher just pops out of nowhere and kind of grabs her.
Yeah.
He's like,
So
"What
the
are you doing
poacher
out
pops
here?"
out of nowhere, and then the dinosaur pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has
And
a
then
way of
Quinn
doing
pops
that.
up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah. Quinn shows up. He's like, "Get away from her!" And he starts throwing rocks at him too.
It seems like
You
the
know what?
dinosaur doesn't care.
I know.
I don't like the way they shot that. There's a way cooler way they could have done that, and it's so like obvious where the dinosaur should have come in and almost be eating him, and then like a rock out of nowhere comes, and then it pans to Quinn. That
Oh,
would have been a lot cooler.
That actually, I feel like that's like a more classic shot.
Yeah.
Too.
But they didn't do that. It was like anticlimactic.
He's just like standing next to it.
I know.
It's like, hi. I'm alive,
He
by the
hadn't
way.
been very far from the cave either.
Yeah. They just both walked in circles around.
I know. And he doesn't even have the timer.
He doesn't have a timer. He went out that whole goddamn time, and
he was out there the whole time and he didn't find
it. He was
it.
gone like for a day, I think.
And then the poacher starts. He takes a shot at the dinosaur, and then his gun gets jammed or something.
Or maybe he's out of ammo.
And then, I guess
something like that.
I don't know if he ran out of ammo or something, but then he goes to try to reload or something, and then just gets killed. He's like, ah, and then it just kills him.
Yeah, I don't think you see it.
You don't see it.
Nah,
it just like pans in on his face, and
yeah.
Like,
oh
shit!
And then they're like in the cave, and then Rembrandt's there too. Like he left for a little bit. Yeah, he left for a little bit, and then he was like back again.
I'm here too.
Yeah,
he's all hey.
Don't forget about me.
The crime man, baby.
He's back. And then like Quinn starts taking off all the like collars for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't even know where he got that tool.
Dirty. Yeah.
I thought it was also the jammer thing, and he just used that shit again.
He's kind of fresh tank vacation.
I know.
Anyway,
he's got like the little goggles tan. Like.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's right. That's the other thing where I was like, where did he get this little tool from?
Yeah, I think it was just the jammer.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did take the jammer apart and was using something.
Yeah.
Maybe
from inside of it.
Because in this world they didn't pop in with. I know that's true. Yeah. They didn't pop in with any baggage on this world either, huh?
No, they didn't have anything on them. Yeah. So then, this is when the hologram reappears again, right?
Yeah.
And
to be like, you know how I said that they definitely would not let me bring the helicopter?
They're not going to bring it.
Yeah. Not gonna bring it. Sorry, guys.
It tells them, they can't bring the helicopter.
Because the dinosaur's going to be born? A different dinosaur is going to be born?
Some baby dinosaur is going to be born. They don't want to interrupt it.
Yeah, so that
they might squash it.
So the poacher was right. Like,
yeah, he was. Yeah,
they were gonna just let them stay there and die.
And then she sees Quinn, and she's like, "Who's this?" She's like, "This is our friend that we told you we were looking for."
Too.
She's like, "I want you to give me a baby, please." Thank
you.
Who's this guy?
I believe you now, since this handsome guy's here.
I know where the controller is.
She's like, by the way, your timer's over there. I know exactly where it's at.
She's like, in
an hour.
The readout was like 2 minutes. An hour and a half originally. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. An hour and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, we later find out it's not.
It's not an hour and a half.
And I don't know how she mistook that.
Yeah, right. Because there's no way an hour and a half went by.
Read it wrong, like upside down.
But then there would have been a 1 somewhere, or a 6, or maybe.
I missed that part. She misread it. So what was the time left on it?
Yeah,
like a few minutes.
So it was 2 minutes by the time they got to it.
By the time they got to it, so I doubt it took them an hour and a half. But while they were trying to figure out what to do, they start going through the poacher's bag, and they find like a grappling hook.
Oh, and then Wade's upset. This is the other thing too. Wade's like sad that the poacher's dead.
Oh, like they feel bad going through his shit. Yeah.
But she's
he came back and saved me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm like, Wade just I think has too many emotions for people sometimes.
Yeah, she gets latched onto everybody quick.
Yeah.
She saw he reminds me of my dad as well.
Yeah.
She did kind of look like
my dad.
Daddy, no.
God damn it, quit it, Wade. Screwing everything up.
Not every white man is your father, please.
Guys, my dad's over there. It's not your dad.
That's the dinosaur.
That's the dinosaur popping its head in again. Dad?
Don't throw rocks at my dad, guys. Come on.
But yes,
Wade, you need help.
But yeah, they start looking through his stuff, and they're all like, "I feel kind of bad looking through this dead man's things."
Yeah. And then the professor's like, "Don't worry, he wouldn't feel bad looking through your stuff."
It's true. I mean, it's for survival, man.
Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, so they're going through his bag. They find what, like
rope,
grappling hook, and then like
flares,
a flare gun, and then like these repellent and attractors.
Yeah,
attractors. Yeah. And they're like, well, which one is which? They're not labeled. And then they're like, oh.
They just
I
start
would've
smelling it. Oh,
I would have like throw one out, see what the dinosaur does.
I think they only had the two.
That's
Like,
No,
no,
they had like
oh,
a
it was
couple of
multiple?
each
We
one.
had,
like-
Yeah.
They
Well, in
always
the end,
had,
it doesn't matter
handles.
because they use all of them.
I know that's what they do.
So,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that
throw
ended up
one.
being a mute point. It, like,
Yeah,
didn't even
they
Yeah.
did a weird close-up shot on it. And I'm like, what? Why do we
It
need a
was so
close-up
highly-
shot on
I
this?
know.
Yeah.
so like what they decide to use the grappling hook and
Oh,
climb
the
out
professor-
the hole.
through
The
the top.
professor's like a grappling hook, perfect,
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah, so they
with his bum
Cool.
ankle.
Yeah, we have
I
pogo
love that
sticks.
shit.
Perfect.
But
so
Quinn goes to third. They're gonna grapple out. He goes to throw
He
it,
throws
and
it.
in
First
one
try!
shot, yeah,
Fucking-
first try.
Gets a compliment from the professor
Yeah, I
because
know.
of
Well
the
done,
Quinn.
well done.
Yeah. Understandable.
so then Wade decides that she's gonna climb out. So she goes out and then just
And then shoots the
distract?
flares at
no,
the
not yet.
dinosaur?
She goes up top. She has a flare gun, and
I got kind of lost in like the details
I think
of this.
I just-
Rembrandt
yeah,
stays
I like to
with the
remember
professor.
getting to the controller
and then Quinn goes along with the ranger
to get
to
it.
kind of she leads him to the
to
timer.
the timer itself.
So they kind of wait it out, and they have like this plan that when the dinosaur starts getting close to Quinn, that they're going to distract it by shooting the flare, like in its eye line, to distract it.
oh, okay. And she shoots twice though.
Yeah. You just
One
well, she
kinda,
just
like,
she just
towards
shot
the
at the
camera.
cameraman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, you're gonna shoot at it, towards it.
Yeah.
It's a classic Jeff Goldblum flare scene from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
They're like, what else they have there?
Yeah.
They thought they were
Hey,
gonna one up
hey.
him with the grappling hook.
He's all, let's go faster. Let's go faster.
But yeah, and then that's so they get to the timer, and that's when she goes, "Oh no, I read it wrong. It's actually 2 minutes."
Yeah, like you
Shit.
get-
I know.
so then the hologram she disappears and reappears inside the cave and tells them to go now
So why
because
was she
they only have 2
running
minutes
this whole
left.
time? If she could just reappear,
I
in
think
certain
she's
places,
like following
dinosaur
along. She's like
will.
guiding him.
It's a
I would have just
dinosaur
been
will.
like, I'm over. I just would have jumped to location.
Well,
Like,
that doesn't do
Well,
Quinn
he
any
doesn't
good
know,
because he
though.
doesn't know where it's
doesn't
at.
it is.
I know,
Although,
but like in
you should know.
section,
You know where he tripped.
that,
Like,
yeah.
you know where the professor tripped. You would have known. Where.
Yeah, I feel like they could have found it easy.
Yeah,
I
Quinn
feel like
could've.
But
they
I
didn't
guess
travel
because
a
of,
great
I mean,
distance.
I guess because
For
of that,
story.
because it actually was a lady and it actually wasn't a hologram.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
guess that's why she ran with them, but yeah, so she's all like, "You actually have 2 minutes." And
You gotta go.
so then they weren't even that far from
No,
the bottom of the
they weren't.
hill.
That's
No.
true. Yeah.
Everything takes place within like 50 feet.
I
Yeah.
know. Jeez.
So the professor and Rembrandt like start making their way towards him, and then Wade is also. I think she's more further behind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the professor and
'Cause she had
Rembrandt
to, like,
get
climb
up
down.
to
Same
Quinn
time.
first, and that's when Wade smashes the
bag,
vials against the
yeah.
tree and just throws the sack on the floor, and then the dinosaur just kind of looks at him like,
Yeah, it
What's
was like, oh,
this?
is
Was
that
that
what
the
it's supposed to be?
dinosaur- was
It's
that
the
what that
dinosaur
was?
looking at it?
Yeah.
Oh,
why
I
she
thought that was
smashed
the
it.
camera because it didn't look all
I just,
like
yeah,
grainy.
it was the camera. 'cause I was
Well, I
like,
think
alright.
it's supposed to be like the
That's
dinosaur,
It's
like
supposed
kind
to
of
be
like,
He's like, what the fuck
kind
is
of
this?
not really distracted.
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was, and then nothing even really spilled out. Like they made
No.
the
It's like a
sound.
tiny piece of goo, like
Yeah.
on the top of the bag, and like for whatever
Yeah.
reason on the side. Yeah, that's it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then so Quinn hits the timer, opens up the portal, and I think
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt
Rembrandt
and the professor jump in
was
first.
Then Quinn.
with his walking stick.
Then wait.
No, then Wade, and
Oh
then
well, you missed that part where the professor's like, "Leave me here,"
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's like his foot's messed him up so much. He's like, "Leave me, go on without me." That classic, like
and then Rembrandt's all like, "Come on, let's go."
I know he's all stop your bullshit. Let's go.
Rembrandt's always like one of the first ones to go through. He's always like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Oh yeah, he's always like super eager to get out of there.
Mhm.
So yeah, so then and then Wade jumps in, and then it's just Quinn, and I think the hologram's still there too, right?
The
He's
hologram's
there.
still there, and
Yeah.
Quinn's just kind of chilling for a little bit
I don't
too.
know, yeah.
He doesn't run in after.
He gives a look.
Yeah, he's kind of like it almost to me looked like he wanted to give like some parting words to the
Yeah.
holograph girl.
Maybe.
That's what he always does.
She's like, I love you, Quinn. I've always loved you.
They kiss.
He's all I can't be with you. My world is out
Yeah.
there.
I can't be with you. You're a
The
hologram.
dinosaurs watching this all happen.
He's I'm a loner,
Yeah.
a rebel.
It'll never work out.
I was like, as soon as Wade is running, like he should have run right after her. But he like
Yeah.
pauses and he's kind of like looking for a second, and then the dinosaur's about to get there, and that's when he decides, okay, I guess I'll jump in here.
Yeah, he's
Dramatic
and-
pause.
Dramatic pause, and then the dinosaur's like, he's like, ah! And I thought the dinosaur was gonna jump in
I was
too.
really
I imagine it
hoping-
would
That
Did
was
should
like
have
the
jumped
end of-
through.
That would have been really
Jump
cool.
through.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the mayhem that would have like
All those
caused?
people at the exhibition site would have fucking
Yeah,
died.
That it would have worked perfectly for that for the prologue scene or the
Yeah.
epilogue.
Yeah,
Oh,
Just have a
bro.
dinosaur come through on top of its own body. You know?
Yeah.
Like he's like, this is the most preserved dinosaur I've ever seen, and then you see a
Instead-
like a full like
Yeah.
you're like,
alive
oh yeah,
dinosaur.
check this out.
Dinosaur just comes and bites the guy in half.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then it goes on to the next world, and it's like they're like excavating.
An Allosaurus. Go.
Yeah, an
Allosaurus.
Allosaurus. And it's and they tried to make it.
has the
It's
hat.
like another thing, like an Alan Grant
He
type
has-
Yeah,
style
he had
hat
the
Yeah.
hat.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
why I
is.
was like,
Yeah.
they had like such a Jurassic Park like
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah. So then they just like pop in, like
Nobody's
Like,
like, what the,
the
hell?
professor
Yeah.
Like,
and
nobody's
Rembrandt
freaking
both
out.
land like on their feet perfectly.
Yeah.
I see. I thought Wade was gonna land and break one of the bones. I thought she was gonna land into the bones. I thought they were gonna like mimic that shot.
The professor lands and breaks his other ankle.
I know.
Ah, I'm
Ah,
down too.
shit.
But they
What are the
landed,
chances?
and everybody's like, oh no, Quinn gets scared of the.
Oh, because he
Of
lands
the
like face
skeletons?
first,
Yeah.
like towards like the skeleton.
I don't know why that would have scared him.
He's all, "Ah!"
I just
He made it through.
I know, like, what?
He's coming through.
It is a funny little part that he gets freaked out about it.
Yeah, so like they like, and then like the excavators are kind of like they're also kind of shocked because they see the portal,
Mhm.
and then Quinn's
He
what is
steps.
it? Yeah, he
gets
steps.
up and he steps
gets
on
up
the
and he
leg of it.
steps on the leg of the bones and just
The
breaks.
fucking
And everybody's
Allosaurus
kind of like,
ankle.
oh wait, yeah,
An ankle
That would
for an
never
ankle,
happen,
you're
by the
right.
way.
Yeah.
I know.
It would never snap like that
yeah, right.
because it's not bones, it's fossil. It's like replaced minerals with
This is
you know.
where Matt draws the line.
Yeah, you know, this whole fucking
Thank
episode
you.
is totally unbelievable. I can't.
He's like, you had me until that, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
You guys don't know about fossils. Come on,
God,
bullshit.
He saw they didn't have a researcher for this episode at all. But he does give Quinn gives that like little like
He gives like he gives like a sad look,
Uh,
and it's boom credits.
He's
Yeah.
so sorry.
So I wonder what the repercussions are going to be now that they broke those bones.
What do
Yeah.
you think?
Straight to jail.
I don't know if that's
Next
it. They're
episode.
arresting
Executed.
Jack,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I
Fun,
enjoyed the
fun
episode.
episode.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
enjoyed
it
it
was
a lot
good.
more than
Yeah.
last one.
Mhm.
So,
This is definitely one of the best episodes of season 2, in my opinion, as
Yeah.
far as fun factor.
yeah,
too.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think IMDb gave it a 7-star rating.
I'd go with that.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
tracks.
I feel like this is the type of episode that I like, where like things like they're in a mess not because of themselves, essentially.
Uh-huh.
Like I feel like sometimes they're like
Either
they put
running.
themselves in messes that they really
Oh, like
shouldn't
they
be in.
butt into somebody's like business and then
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
yeah, I get you. Yep.
Like I think I just like the like we're just trying to survive type episodes.
yeah. Yeah, it was good. I like
Wade screws it up somehow, though.
I know, right?
Always.
Always.
that.
Hi, Wade.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I was so mad that mine was mislabeled as the Young and Relentless on my copy. All my
Oh,
really?
episodes are mislabeled on the rip that I have.
Oh, I think
I
that
mean, on
one's-
the totally legal copy that I have.
You're like, I mean, on the Apple download that I paid
Yes,
for.
that I paid for with my money.
Oh yeah,
with
that one's
my real
actually
Apple dollars.
that's
True.
episode 11.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all messed up.
So do you then just have to start the episodes and see kind of like which
one
where
is
you're
which?
at?
Yeah, I had to watch like 4 or 5 episodes, like the first 15 minutes before I found
Oh,
the
I
right
thought you
one.
meant like the full way through.
I watched.
I
Well, you watch the whole episode, you're like, where the hell's the dinosaur?
There wasn't a dinosaur in any of that
Why is
episode.
there
I don't think that was
cowboys?
The
it.
dinosaur was not young or relentless.
Yeah, fun episode though. This is good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Even though it was like, this must have been an easy episode for them to shoot,
They only
though.
shoot. Yeah, I actually really like all like the scenes.
Just
you
like
get
one
when they
location?
are in the forest. It is kind of
Yeah.
cool to see. Them.
I love one location episodes. They're so much fun because all the focus is on the writing, and it has to be like strong writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like what? It was a total of like, oh, you know what though? There was one thing that was bugging me in that scene where they were getting away when
They're
they.
in different lighting.
Yes!
Oh, yeah,
the
right?
lighting
It's
was
so
not
bright.
It's like darker
for-
up
for
towards
Quinn
the
and
cave
then
area.
Apollo, yeah.
Then
Oh, I
when
didn't
it's
notice that. I'll have to
Yeah.
go back and check.
then it's like super bright where Quinn's at, where the
Yeah.
timer
Quinn
is.
looks like his
It's like
time
daylight.
is in the morning.
Yeah,
You like
And
it's
the other
'cause
shots
it's
are
filmed-
cloudy.
Yeah. And
He
then
filmed on location in his vacation spot.
he's in Hawaii.
He's like, "Can you
Just
guys just send the
blue
cameras
screened
over
him
here?"
in.
and
he's-
then Wade's
He's wearing a lay.
He's got like the little zinc on his nose, the
Yeah.
like, white cream.
Oh no! Watch out, dinosaurs!
Oh, there's a dinosaur there and also there. I'm so scared.
He's holding a cocktail.
He's like, hold on. There it is. I see it.
A little umbrella and a coconut and everything. But yeah, when they would shoot to Wade's scene, it
all
looked like
dark.
it was nighttime,
Mhm.
like in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
noticed that too.
And then when they were, I think when the professor was running, it almost
Also,
looked like
it looks like sunrise
Sun-
coming up.
yes,
It does look
yeah.
like it's about to be
Yeah,
I was like, there's no consistency in this lighting
Yeah.
at all.
it's like they shot a bunch of B-roll and had to splice it together. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I that's not the first time that's happened though. There have been
Yeah,
other
it
episodes
has.
where I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, this lighting is crazy.
Yeah.
just got to make it work with what you have.
And I'm like, what time of day is this supposed to be happening in?
All times.
I know it's always.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, let's see. What do we have next week?
next,
not-
or
well,
not
next
next
time.
week, but the next episode is episode 8, post-traumatic slide syndrome.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
that one's that one got a high rating too. That one's 8.3, so it must
Oh.
be a better episode. I vaguely remember it, but we'll see when I rewatch it again.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, Matt.
Oh, thanks for having me. This was fun. I love talking about this.
So
Okay.
I think next episode you're gonna be with us is what the anniversary one when we have Rob.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that
I
again?
think so.
March.
March 23rd.
Oh, thank
is the
God.
date.
2027.
Nice.
And I forgot to put that out there. That like, if there's any listeners that have any questions that they might want to have asked, you could send them to our email at slidingthroughdimensions@gmail.com, and I'll just kind of look through and just pick some here and there.
I didn't know. We
Yeah,
had
don't send them to me.
an
I'm not going to read them.
Yeah, we have an email.
I didn't know we had an email. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right.
I probably got to update the outro, and because since I don't really do like video edits for TikTok,
Mhm.
I should probably just switch it to, since we live stream on Instagram Live and also on
We don't live stream onto YouTube.
yeah, we do. We live stream
Oh,
on
okay.
YouTube and also Twitch. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm like, what's that thing? For what did they do on Twitch when they like send? What do they call it? Donations or?
Yeah.
I don't think we're not
yeah,
at that level.
Yeah.
You gotta have like you have to have
hit
like a certain amount of views
Oh.
consistently
Yeah.
to like be able to unlock that.
I didn't even know that was. Okay. I didn't even know that was like rules behind all of that.
Yeah, there is.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you guys want to check out Matthew's podcast, Macabre Cast podcast,
Oh
It's
yeah,
really
check
cool.
out the YouTube MacabraCast clips on YouTube and TikTok.
I think you guys got
Um,
a new episode
Tik-
up right now too, right?
new episode just came out, and the
Is it
TikTok's
about
actually doing
dinosaurs?
pretty well. We get a lot of
Nice.
viewers on the TikTok, so
Yeah. Oh, I know. I like the. I was watching the episode and I like the little segment you did. What was
our
it?
callers.
With the call-ins. Yeah.
Yeah, I have my phone call to the whatever I need right here, my old phone. So
That's
who
dope.
knows who's gonna call in next time?
Yeah, I wonder if you could get any of like the casts and then have like do like a fake call in from
I
one of
know.
the cast members. That'd be cool. And I forgot last time too. I forgot there's the listener who gave us the timer last time. I think I told him I was gonna give him a shout out because his account actually got, I think Instagram he like deleted his account for some reason. I don't know why.
Shit.
I was like, oh, that sucks. So he lost a lot of like his contacts and stuff like that. So if
yeah.
anybody out there was interested in like checking out his stuff or getting something made from him, his new info is, hold on, I had it here for 1 second. His new
It was really cool of him to send that. I mean,
yeah,
that's
I
awesome.
didn't expect that. That was cool. It's a 1984_props and the number 2 at the end of it. Yeah, so that's his new one. He had to start rebuilding his page again, which sucks.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, he said he tried reaching out, but no luck.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
getting
thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
man.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this was fun.
Yeah, I'll have to get Gabriel on here at some point. I know he said he wanted to come on,
He
Yeah.
doesn't know nothing
I know.
about sliders.
but I don't know when he's gonna when he has time. Is he back on full time on your guys'?
We don't know yet. Just sort of dipping our toes back into it. So see how things go. But yeah, it's always great to have him on. He's a funny guy.
He sure is.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank
All right.
you. And then everybody else, we'll see you guys in the next world.
Bye.
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 Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Sliding Through, and don't forget to subscribe.